Welcome to Bike Week Radio Show.
Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% on car and motorcycle insurance.
Bike Week Radio Show with Bobby Wooldridge and Broc Glover.
On San Diego Sports Leader, Double X 1090.
All right, man. First show, Bike Week Radio in the books. An hour, probably the fastest hour of your guys' lives. You guys make a living on motorcycles, but I guarantee that was faster than anything you guys have been used to.
Yeah, it was crazy how fast it went. It seemed like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we could have filled 2 hours, no problem.
Eight.
And we had, plus particularly the guests we had, between Wayne Rainey and Jeff Ward and these kind of guys, you could talk. I mean, you can fill an hour show with Jeff Ward's racing career and have plenty more to talk about, and same with Wayne Rainey, and we didn't even touch bases on, here Paul. I mean, his father's Carruthers, and so.
Yeah, there's lots we can do.
And you kind of have a little background too.
Yeah,
and you're not
we
bad.
forget about him.
I know. We just glossed over you, like,
okay.
Broc Glover, he's just some guy. We found him.
Yeah, talk about my favorite subject, me.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
what I'm more excited about right now, by far, the most exciting thing right now I have is this week.
Yeah, and
you're gonna get wet, dude.
Oh God,
we're throwing you in the deep end.
So you're working on an article, the Learn to Ride program, and you found somebody else who's at least willing to get on the bike, and so I'm going to tag along.
Yeah, they're basically good family friends, and it's the mom, the daughter, and the son. Never ridden motorcycles before. The Honda Center is like the perfect place to learn. The girl is the next champion motocrosser who does it. It'll be perfect for you.
Yep, the Honda Learn to Ride Center. I mean, that's part of the motorcycle community knows, and then we have an MIC, the Motorcycle Industry Council, etc. They know that, in order to get people to sell motorcycles and to get people involved, they've got to learn somehow. And it's not something, cars are kind of a natural thing. People have to learn to commute and to go to work and things like that. But motorcycles is a voluntary activity most of the time. Very few people have that as the only form of transportation. And it's more of a sport or a hobby, and it's a passion. It's used in discretionary income's used for it. So, in tough times and tough economic times, people don't tend to spend their money on that per se. But we still think motorcycling is a great outlet, and people will, if they enjoy it, they'll spend
You'll
money.
buy a bike next week.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't seen my radio paychecks, but
yeah,
we'll have to get Scott to give me a raise.
We'll have to get a loaner.
Yeah.
And, but the point is, you're a perfect, I call it guinea pig, but you kind of are here. We want to we want to prove on Bike Week Radio Show that we can take somebody like yourself that's never ridden a motorcycle before, plug them into a program that's a professional program like Honda's Learn to Ride Center is, and teach them how to ride a motorcycle safely, and hopefully adopt a skill and hook you on motorcycling. So that's how we all started. We all had to, the first day somewhere, you always take that first step. And this is it.
I live in Pacific Beach, and everybody's got a bike. Everybody's heading down to the beach, and it's the best way to find parking down there. I got a CRV, and so I can never find parking. I can never get anywhere in PV. But if I get a bike, dude, world's your playground. Anywhere you want to go.
I totally agree. I mean, we have the same situation. We've actually had in my life had some like scooter kind of vehicles where you just jump on, you pull in. There's a parking spot. It's not even a parking spot, but it's sort of a parking spot.
Did you say you've been on a scooter?
I don't.
The legendary Broc Glover rides a scooter.
I used to tell them
I did a story last week where I tested a scooter, and everybody's making fun of the photos.
Here's a guy.
Did you get your man card back yet?
No, I could have to earn that.
Did your wife give you your man card back? Yeah. That's right. Well, we all kind of go through that a little bit where we kind of don't want to admit it exactly, but man, when you're just talking about something, you hit the starter button, you just go like this, you don't shift it, you don't use the clutch.
It doesn't matter, it's fun.
Yeah,
and that's what I wrote in the story. You could be going 150 miles an hour or 35 miles an hour and you're having fun.
Exactly.
And it's, it's like you said, it's pull into any place you want to park and have that. The other thing that's good about going, I'm a firm believer that people should learn how to ride a dirt bike before they learn how to ride a street bike. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. A guy has turned 16 and he wants to get a street bike, but he doesn't have that dirt experience. And if you have that dirt experience, it helps you in riding a street bike, because when something goes bad, it's not a big deal.
Well, Broc came on the morning show with Dave and Jeff this last Friday, and Jeff Dott's a big motorcycle guy, and he was saying that's one of the big things that rookies make a mistake in is they go too big too soon, and they get a bike they can't handle, and because it looks awesome.
Right, you want to be macho.
Yeah, and you don't want to,
Let me tell you, riding a dirt bike, that's why when we had our guest today of Wayne Rainey and Kenny Roberts is another past champion, Eddie Lawson. These guys have won 3, 4, and then Kenny's world championships, 3 more. This is world road racing champions, asphalt. But guess where every one of them came from? They came from a dirt track background, basically an oval where you're, sliding a motorcycle sideways, and they can be anywhere from a short track where it's kind of like a quarter mile to a half mile, all the way up to the miles. But they learned to control a motorcycle sliding on the dirt, and it's the best way. And they transferred it over to finding out where the limit is of traction on the street. So I'm totally in agreement with Paul on the.
It's like when you do have kids and they get to that age where they're going to get a car license. It's like the best thing to do is take them to one of those indoor karting tracks where they get used to the feel of a car sliding. So when, God forbid it happens and they're on the Civic or whatever, they don't,
Yeah, you don't give a 16-year-old a Ferrari, right out of the bank. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so this is our entire rundown that Ryan made for us, and thank you. But
Cheers.